everyone, welcome back to my channel. Moon6 here, and we are playing Kuni II. We've just defeated a sea monster in the game, and we need to go back to the Queen and find out what happens next. Leander is acting a little bit suspicious, so here's to hoping that there isn't much more to be said. So I did want to see if I could get the tripdoor to Hydropolis, and it seems that I can, so that's great. I think I remember reading that the boat will just appear where it needs to be, even if you use tripdoors, so that's handy. Puts it at a nearby shore. See what the Queen has to say for herself, shall we? Archon Leander, thank goodness you have returned. Her Majesty has disappeared. We have searched the palace and the town from top to bottom, but to no avail. Impossible. How can this be?
Yes.
And there has been word from the scout ships, my lord. The vortex blocking the entrance to the abyss has dissipated.
But...
The abyss? What?
What is it?
But what? The abyss is where our king's cradle is located, where Brindskimmer, our kingmaker, dwells. The vortex was placed before its entrance by the Queen herself. It remains there by her strict command, and only she could have removed it. So she's gone into the abyss for some reason? It would seem so. But for what? What reason could she possibly have for making the perilous journey to the king's cradle? I don't like the sound of this. Could it be Delorent's doing? Well, I was thinking. I have a horrible feeling it might be. We'd better get after her. We'll talk more on our ship, Leander. We should set out for the abyss right away.
You have my thanks.
Thank you. All of you. Leander might not be as bad as we first thought. Now, I have a sneaky suspicion that we might have to do another huge boss fight. So I think it'll be a good idea if I go to the weapon vendor and see if there is anything we can buy that will help us. Sorry. Excuse me. Have this. Do I have Wonder Water?
Alright.
Let's go. Not far this time. Keep forgetting how fast that boat actually goes. The abyss.
Oh my!
Say.
Blimey.
So there's a way thing down there. I'll have to get that in a moment. First, just making sure I've got these little bits. Because especially if they contain like things that'll be useful for us in the fight, which sometimes happens. Just want to get this tripdoor first. Like I'm stuck on a boss. It's a long way down. I know they calls it the abyss, but by crikey, it is deeper than deep. I don't see any stairs or a ladder or anything. How are we supposed to get down there? We have our ways. The Pufferwelk will see us safely down. Pufferwelk? I'm sure we'll find out what a Pufferwelk is in a moment. Should we be able to destroy this coral easy enough? This coral. Oh, we get some goodies from it. Does that mean this coral as well? Maybe not that one. What is this?
Watch your back!
Can we do that one? No. That's just a prop. So this is a Pufferwelk. So it's called a Pufferwelk, you say? I can see why. It's puffing out water like nobody's business.
If I may be so bold,
We will need the help of your higgledies and of a certain spell. Evan, if you would be so kind as to face me. Ooh, water slide spell. It will be easier to demonstrate its effect than to explain it. Could you cast the spell on the shell, please? Oh, we need to put Evan in the party, don't we? Okay.
Golly!
The water's flowing so much faster now.
yes.
Indeed, 10 times faster in fact. Fast enough to create a waterway, which can be ridden all the way to the bottom. Shall we? This looks like it might be fun. What do we do? Oh!
Yippee!
That's awesome.
Flip, 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 flip!
Flip, 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 flip.
Yes.
Let's continue in this manner all the way to the bottom. I agree.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, finally, this one should take us all the way to the bottom apparently. Looks like just water. If we have to fight this Kingmaker,
Your
I'm
Majesty!
annoyed. Kingmaker.
Your Majesty, it is I, Leander. Please, you must come to your senses.
It is too late for that, I'm afraid. Your queen is gone. Henceforth she shall be my puppet. Nothing more.
You will return her to me now.
Tell me, why do you even care? Her people think little of her. She is powerless, weak, unloved.
Hydropolis would be nothing without its queen.
And why is that?
Even were I inclined to tell you, you would not understand.
So be it. Then I would ask that you do as your queen did and surrender your feeble spirit to me.
I surrender to none but Her Majesty.
Leander?
Is she coming around?
This has gone on long enough.
Don't want to fight it just now.
Your kingdom is doomed. But then beauty never lasts.
I don't have enough cures. This isn't going to end well.
Brine Skimmer, then the King's Bond truly is broken.
You heard the man, Evan. No King's Bond, meaning we've got ourselves a Kingmaker to clobber.
I'm glad Lofty's enthusiastic about this.
Shall we?
Flint, man! Cover up! This ain't looking too good.
Don't let me down!
All together now!
Make yourselves useful!
Tiny! You're welcome.
It's going down quite fast actually. Why does this regenerate so fast?
Watch your backs! Spirits, rise!
Tiny!
Judgment is nigh! Help me, friend! Spirits, rise! Show me your power! Spirits, rise!
Woo! Did it! Finally. Finally did it. Took a long time. Your Majesty, you are not hurt in any way. I'm fine, Leander. Cease your fussing. Not one, but 2 kingmakers have now fallen at your hand. Impressive. But it matters little. I have what I came for. Until we meet again.
Hey,
Your loyalty to the Queen is something, Leander.
of course.
She's no more than she deserves. Without her, our nation would be nothing.
Uh-huh.
So you keep saying. But what do you mean by that exactly? Very well, perhaps it is time you knew the truth. The palace in which you now stand was destroyed some 300 years ago, along with the rest of Hydropolis.
What?
A great undersea volcano erupted, taking our nation and all its people with it. You saw the ruins in Lucipe's labyrinth. These too were once inhabited by our people. Our kingdom's continued existence is thanks solely to Queen Neria's intervention. It is her gaze that protects us, her magic, channeled through the great watchful power of the eye, that turns back time to save us again and again. Were it not for Queen Neria and the eye, we would have faded into obscurity long ago. I mean, like reliving every time a disaster happens. But there is one great problem with this method of survival. If the number of living souls in Hydropolis were to change, the great enchantment that Her Majesty has woven would no longer hold. Which is why they can't have kids, I suppose. Why they can't fall in love. Oh, so that's what all the laws are about. One more life or less and it all comes tumbling down, eh? The Queen has maintained her vigil for 3 centuries, never knowing a moment's sleep. You too would be short of temper. You too would vent your frustrations on those around you. But all that she has done for us. All that she sacrificed for her beloved subjects.
How?
Leander? You knew? Your Majesty, you are What? You are unharmed, I hope. You did. You knew all along.
Yes.
And so I vowed to serve you no matter what. I see. But the cracks are beginning to show at last. I fear that Hydropolis does not have long.
Yes.
Indeed.
Huh?
What? Do you remember, Leander, the promise we made to one another as children?
Of course.
I do, Your Majesty. Flashback. Ah.
One day, Leander. One day, we will marry, and you will be my king. We will rule together. Promise me.
Ah.
I promise. I promise that I will marry you, that I will always protect you, that I will never leave your side.
Do you swear it? On your life?
I do, Your Majesty. I do.
Oh, Leander. I love you.
Oh. How cute.
How could I forget? It is my most cherished memory. And the reason I gave my life to you in service.
Well, I misjudged
But that was
these
not
people
what I asked of
completely.
you. I asked that you become my husband, my king.
But the law of Hydropolis forbids it. I could not become king. I cannot.
Do not pretend, Leander. You know better than any man of this realm. Whosoever possesses the ether possesses the right to rule. It was the first king of Hydropolis who brought it back with him, and with it claimed his crown.
But surely one such as I cannot...
Who better? Who else has guarded this realm more vigilantly? Cared for it more faithfully? As queen, I can accept no other. You must marry me. I command you.
There's another marriage proposal.
But
Slightly
Your
different
Majesty-
this time.
I cannot.
Leander.
Why? For the sake of the kingdom? The hallowed realm over which we have watched for so long. If we are joined in marriage, then all must end. Time cannot repeat itself. Hydropolis must fade.
Yes. And I cannot allow that to happen.
Let go, Leander. This realm may fade, but another will soon blossom in its place. New life, a new kingdom. It should have happened long ago. But I could not let it. I had to have one last day by your side. Again and again.
Your Majesty.
But it is time at last. I am ready, Leander. The wheel must turn again for Hydropolis. And if it brings our destruction, then so be it. It also brings truth.
Your mind is made up, then?
It is. So come, take your place by my side. Be my husband, my king.
I will.
The preparations for our union will begin at once, but you need not remain to oversee them. I hereby release you from your duties. You are free. These travelers have need of your aid. Go with them. Forget the concerns of our kingdom for a time.
Truly.
Truly.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Leander. Will we have him forever? Or will we think of a way to save Hydropolis?
Thank you.
You have done much to aid us. My word is my bond, your pact shall be signed. Speak with me when you are ready to proceed with the formalities. Might as well do it now. Very well, let us begin. If you would be so kind to hand me the declaration.
Let our nations be joined for the sake of the world.
Let the banners of war ne'er again be unfurled.
United we stand as one single land.
So we have 3, we've got 2 more.
The pact is sealed. Our nations stand together. And now I must bid you farewell. Pray take care of my betrothed until his return.
We will. That is, assuming you're still happy to join us, Leander.
Of course. I only hope that I may be of use.
I'm sure you will be.
Evan had freed Queen Nerea from Doloran's wicked clutches. And for his troubles, he had succeeded in adding another nation to his burgeoning union. With it came a great asset, Leander, whose wisdom would surely prove vital in Evermore's continued development.
A country where love is forbidden. How strange.
Yes, but I learned something there. I learned how fiercely a leader can long to protect their nation, and how much they can sacrifice for it. The Queen was prepared to devote her whole life to her kingdom, and for no one ever to know. I'm glad I met her. And Leander.
Well, there's still a way to go, and still an awful lot to learn.
Yes, I know. I've really only just begun.
In order to grow, we must first realize how small we are. It's going to be fun watching you grow into your older, wiser self.
Huh? What do you mean?
You're too busy building your kingdom to notice anything else, aren't you? All right. I'll see you soon, Evan.
Yes. See you soon.
Okay, we're going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. Please put a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you again next time.